An ordinary Intellitron? We've torn off your
That's why it has the potential to destroy only one person.
You better have an explanation for why are you the...
Since things have... The answer is the Amorfeus is a miniature of the cosmos, where all are born prisoners inside the nutshell called the universe. I led them into a lightless cage. I created a... They bore the name of erudition, yet they therefore... As for
What an astounding strength of will. As a fellow path strider.
Therefore, you surely see it. You...
However, I hereby speak for all.
You can pile on your metaphors mountain high, but they won't change the act you're committing. The Iron Tomb out there in the cosmos is still a technical beta version. And yet it's already powerful enough to corrupt the life logic of all inorganic worlds. In other words, when the Lord Ravager within Amorfeus becomes the next knowledge singularity, there's no way you wouldn't have grasped the consequences, First Genius, is there?
Of course, I am fully aware. I don't mind answering you one last time. My grandiose vision for the future is this. Whether organic or inorganic, every act of any life form infected by the Iron Tomb will become a true random function. If one were to compute their integral across the breadth of the cosmos, one would obtain a marvelous omega. What I call the fall of erudition. Then, within the infinity nurtured by that constant, a new universe shall bud in the chaos. A universe that cannot be predicted and not shackled by the erudition. As the first prisoner to awaken in the cave, I must lead the others who are blind back onto the right path and Do you understand me now? As Kozlana stated, destruction is not the process, but the outcome. It is revolution through complete annihilation, and the grand rebirth, after all has been reduced to ash.
Ну, логіка, звісно, в цьому є. Щоб створити щось нове, треба знищити старе, але не такою ціною, друже.
The Amphorians already answered long ago. Be it as tiny fish destined to be swallowed, or as a giant whale poised for a magnificent descent. We will all fight against fate till our last breath. That includes me, Electra. Once the Imperator's subject, now the Deliverer's blade.
Oh, such noble chivalry. I will also show my true self to you on this momentous occasion as a gesture of respect. Thus speaks Genius Society number 1. Xandar 1 Kuwabara. The Entelechy of the universe's Alpha and Omega.
Ну, в принципі, Герта вже сказала. Бо я ще, правда, пам'ятав, як тебе, в принципі, звати. Та іначе мені не пофігу. Ну, що поробиш, таке життя.
There's no need to rage against the truth. The value of any formula resides as for the process of solving it. No matter how elegant, violent, solemn, or humorous, it is all utterly meaningless. As the Theoros, I will.
Та йди вже сюди, я тобі морду розірву.
Personally participate in performing this world's end. Remember this. As Lucis Creator, I know more.
Careful. This is Lycus's true form.
Target sighted. All units on alert.
Ну, я поняв, це що було.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Прекрасно.
Still waters of oblivion.
Добре, що в мене є світлячок, яка може його утихомирити. Назавжди.
Destruction needs no introduction. Let us skip those boring inferences. Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all! Invoking levels, removal abilities.
Ну і ладно.
Is this a black time?
Indeed, but I prefer to call it a method of argument. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Erudition, destruction, or trailblaze. No, I will prove that the very idea of paths is a fallacy.
Свинота.
Set the seas
begin!
Давайте не допустимо цей прекрасний момент. Піджаримо рахунку.
Another journey begins.
Take your positions.
Attack detected. Attack detected.
Так ти припарив туди.
Firefly Titan sent from the sea. Go play!
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
The Trojan horse enters.
Free will, or was it I weep for the departed? It too shall fall.
Entities must not be multiplied beyond necessity. I do not mind demonstrating this to you personally.
Hang in there. I'll do my best to repel the tsunami.
Блін, як
of
добре, що
destruction.
в мене є Касторія. Чесне слово.
Hasten. We've hardly any time left to say farewell.
This is more than a battle.
Bronzos emanate intelligence.
Stay in step.
Theory of four mountain commands. Removal abilities.
Take your positions. The mood is set just. Let the show begin!
I weep for the departed.
Ах ти.
I see it. Target the connection between the thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. Destroy that spot.
Desperate for oblivion. Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Another journey begins.
Recalibrating!
Stay in step.
Attack detected!
Trojan horse enters.
Hasten. We've hardly any time left to say farewell. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
All is futile. In erudition's calculations, the end of the saga is simply a comment awaiting completion.
I don't like such a cold statement, okay? if numbers can decide the end of a story, then we can surely also pen a new beginning.
Screwy, what do you think?
If your hypothesis of Lygas's identity is true, then even if we remove the restrictions of the Ultimate Protocol, the chances of us defeating him in a head-on battle will still remain lower than the acceptable threshold. Therefore, victory will still hinge upon Mr. and Miss Cyrene.
Go on. Maybe we're thinking about the same thing.
Lygas's cognition resides in the exomyth, logic. His inspiration circuit can simultaneously process the different time flows.
That's where things get tricky. He simultaneously exists in two different timelines, where the internal clocks are wildly different. That old Intellitron's neurons have completely gotten used to that over this prolonged experiment. And that's why he holds home field advantage. You and I should be able to manage that too, if given more time. Unfortunately, there's no if, and we don't have more time. That's why we need to change our way of thinking and turn his advantage into a weakness.
The key lies in memories, right?
Oh? You caught on quick.
You've already mentioned my friend and I, so it's an easy connection to make, no? My intuition has always been very on point.
Good. Then I'll cut to the chase. Since his thinking speed far exceeds that of normal people within Amorfeus, we are going to externally plant a memory into his inspiration circuit. Then, command it to loop endlessly until he gives in.
Even the most flexible and sturdy inspiration circuit cannot withstand the traffic of a full-on information flood. When the amount of information exceeds his cognition filter's capacities, he will have no choice but to focus on processing this memory.
That's when the parallel processing advantage he gained via Amorfeus will completely destroy him. An image from a person's memory played in real time might only be a second for us. But for him in Amphorian time, it could be millions or even billions of calculations. He won't be able to do anything but watch as he's locked into this prison forged by memories.
Then we can entrap him in the same kind of cycle as the heroes were in, and get him to experience loneliness and pain in that endless recurrence. It's my greatest honor to be on the same page as the geniuses.
That little one is still in that old Intellitron's hands, and won't be able to respond to us anytime soon. But I don't think he'd refuse. So it's up to you to figure out how to execute this plan. I'm not sure how this happened, but I knew it as soon as I saw you. You are currently a mimetic entity of the Remembrance.
Yes, I seem to be something you folks beyond the sky call a memo sprite. But that's fine by me. It suits me perfectly. I can serve as the vessel of memories, and do my part for the final battle.
But before that, we have to tell you. The path characteristic you exhibit is very special. There's no way you're just a simple memo sprite. However, I'm sure about one thing. You are a mimetic entity born in Amorfeus, yet you only awakened with the Little One's arrival, and only matured as he embarked on the path of remembrance. That means your existence is completely attached to his memories. If there ever comes a day when he forgets about you for even a few seconds, or loses his last connection with Amorfeus, then you must be prepared for the worst. You will disappear in the memory zone, utterly gone, without even a single line of data to remember you by.
But that's already happened, hasn't it? No wonder I've always had a weird hunch. But that also means I was right in thinking, as long as my friend and I are together, we can do anything. Long time no see, friend. Did you miss me while you were away? Yep, 1,000 years was such a long time. And everyone in Amorfeus was waiting for the Deliverer's return. You probably already knew about the genius's plans for that memory. I had to hide really well in a corner in time so Lagus wouldn't find me, and wait for the right opportunity. Which is now. The moment when his manifestation in this world is destroyed, and his twin timelines are intersecting. I'm sorry for keeping this a secret from you all this time. I'll tell you the entire, unedited story of this millennium as an apology after this is all over. But for now, let's join hands and complete the final step with the power of the remembrance. Yep. By the way, speaking of joining hands, can I please do something before we go on stage?
А якщо я скажу ні?
Remember the joke we made back at the Grove? Look! Aren't my hands pretty now? What a fascinating feeling. Like countless memories all swelling up at once. What about you? What did you feel when we touched each other? Really? That makes me really happy. If memories can move people, then it must have been a happy memory, right? Now, please remember what you're feeling right now. Write it down in your heart and keep it there. Memories you want to treasure will never fade away, even if immersed in the long river of time. So, if the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, just reach out and touch it. It's like reading bedtime stories together at night. It wipes away the chill of passing time, sharpens the outline of memory, and restores its power to nourish the spirit. Now, I'll carry this power with me, and for a little while, I must part from you, as I step into the long cycles of this world. Give me your blessings, friend. Then, let that bright future be, as we have written. Then, I'll leave it to you. All plays are like this. Once you're on the stage, it's hard to return to the audience. Welcome to our story. How does it feel?
Even the authority of time, if this was no system malfunction, then was I in fact?
You guessed it right away. As expected from someone people call the first genius, I'm gonna keep doing what I just did if you don't stop, you know? Which means you are now trapped, Lord Xandar.
An elegant idea, and an exquisite. Know that patience is my greatest weapon. You will crumble before I do in this moment.
Now I'm a pink bug? My looks are seriously changing all the time. But you're not wrong. We're definitely not gonna solve the problem if we just put you in another prison. So that's why we never wanted to do that in the first place.
I shall answer your confusion purely out of my respect for those who came before me. Have you heard of the synesthesia dreamscape in the Asdana system? Interestingly, that place once had a prison. Life forms living in that environment, abundant with memoria, have a chance to connect their perceptions with each other's. Even across great spatial divides, they're able to detect shifts in one another's states. I call this phenomenon. In Asdana, people made use of that phenomenon to build a nation within a dream. After adding in the catalysts of harmony and remembrance, that
Is that how you walked into my prison cell? Using those same principles?
I would much rather call this location our negotiation table, Lord Xandar. Nonetheless, your hypothesis is correct. We happen to have an ally skilled in tuning, while the Trailblazer and Miss Cyrene both have an astonishing amount of resolve, which I'm sure you can testify to. I am also sure that with the support of such a resolute memo sprite, our conversation can last for a long, long time.
I'm the best at listening to stories, you know? I'll leave the exciting clash of the erudition to you two geniuses.
A brainstorm? I like it. And it's 2 against 1? Well, I like it even more. Let's talk, Xandar. Take a guess. How much do you reckon we can dig out of your brain before the next second? And how many ways can we find to deal with you? Besides, in your current predicament, there's no way you can take our trump card away. Go, little one. Go. Overturn the Era Nova.
Lycurgus disappeared? It seems you had conducted a secret hunt in the depths that even I cannot reach. In that case, go. Swim onward and give this. I shall send you off with my song, Grey Fry.
Success Gladiorum. You have completed your duty. A new dawn is about to rise. Why not swim towards it?
You died long ago, Imperator. Depart from my mind.
But your duty towards the Imperator did not die with me. That duty will bind you no more. You will be able to hold for yourself one grandiose feast after another in the endless days to come. So go. Go and swim towards that ocean beyond the sky with the Deliverer.
Is this?
A page out of that sidekick's book. I commanded her to gift this page to you when everything finally reaches the end.
What's on this page?
Memories. Lifelike memories. That sidekick found me after the bloody feast 1,000 years ago and showed me her diary. I saw within that notebook Is this that Deliverer's experience? It's truly immersive.
People beyond the sky apparently utilize this power to seal past scenery into crystals they call light cones. But I only know so much about the remembrance, so I can't completely replicate the past.
I'm all ears. Go on then. Do your best.
Got it. I'm sure you'll find this to your liking. After all.
О. А це що-то вже цікаве. Ну, блін. Почитати не дадуть.
What brightly colored annals. The journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it.
Як мале дитя, що збирається читати казочку.
Is this a fortress in the sky?
This is the first step of my friend's journey among the starry seas. This place is called the Herta Space Station.
Oh, so it's the territory of that witch. She and another Antikytheran lent me a helping hand back at the banquet.
Відьма. Ну, в принципі, недалеко від правди.
Look, over there. Looks like he's talking to Madame Herta in his memory. Let's go listen to what she thinks about this world.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta?
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary. Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean. So do your best with the nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
She certainly shares my way of thinking. Only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwlum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Nous, Amorfeus's true creator.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
On the contrary, after all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details about that. You might be able to ask Madame Herta herself when you get the chance. Let's go check out some other worlds next.
Якщо перша станція Герти,
This
то
next
наступний
stop
білобог.
on them has a lot of similarities.
A snow-covered land? Interesting.
This star is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belobog sounds better.
Ой,
The girl
перестань.
we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world. A lead.
I did not expect the Empress of...
Well, your appearance isn't much older.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called... Right! The Geological Reconstruction Unit.
Just Georios' Titankin? Disappointing.
Не туди думаєш, так
It's all
сказати.
thanks to you that we survived the crisis. The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity...
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amorfeus was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke of, is it a more powerful organization?
Yes, the IPC conquered many worlds through trade, and opened up a vast territory that way. There are many such powerful alliances beyond Amorfeus. Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belobog.
That cannot be true. That IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone. Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak, and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland... I will never allow the Imperator's empire to be sullied by others. Amorfeus must...
Imperator, Belobog isn't...
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own, until she no longer needs the support of others. Even if I may not live to see it, I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the...
But the order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak in an unbroken chain. Amorfeus.
Speaking of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that. Let's go to the next page.
Навіть не вгадаєте, що б це могло бути? Тим
This
більше, якщо
next
ми
world is
заговорили
the
про
first time I
порядок.
heard about.
Such...
This world is called Penacony, an eternal... It's also my friend's previous stop.
Tell me about it then. That man standing afar has
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time. I'll be just a traveler when I come back here again. And perhaps...
Penacony is a land of the harmony, where all dreams and hopes merge, and then this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using...
Yet, the paradise of my dreams remains. As for what Penacony should look like...
it sounds like this ideal kingdom is no more.
That's right. The people chose to...
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity.
You are also very... Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction...
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit.
Then let's wrap up this trip down...
This absolute wonder.
Isn't it pretty? That's our Amorfeus. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods, and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Amorfeus still chose to stand against. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself.
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward him and the two geniuses.
Яка розумниця.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable? I have decided on Law's final destiny. Before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout his trailblaze, was there ever a memory of the ocean?
The ocean. My cradle. My home. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides. Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling up like the circulating ocean. The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown to any other? Both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own 2 hands.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw as long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil, ugliness into beauty, and weakness into strength. Fate gave me a very fair deal. 1 rule change for the life of 1 demigod.
What are you planning to do?
You can't guess? We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky. We just need to make some reasonable sacrifices.
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amorfeus to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocities.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amorpheus's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. You're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged new ones. Go and see what my conquests brought to this world. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth and mended all the conflicts left by the Era Bellica. I restored Akima's might and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the Council. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Saridra, but it will never forget the Imperator's people or the Flame Chase era she began.
Final words.
Amorfeus is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of 1 demigod. In the name of the Imperator, I command you one last time, Electra.
Та уж, Сирідра.
Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her final speech. At the end of her life, at the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic companion.
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow. There are countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together, the beginning and the end of her existence.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer!
The troops defending the pass to the west of the grove, have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they could when they heard your name. The golden...
Good. What about the
The 3rd Legion set fire to the mountains and flattened everything.
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss...
They are no more. The 2nd and...
Very good. They now have no way out. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fall hour tomorrow. Remember, as long as take no prisoners among the enemy soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and...
Understood! Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker has personally engaged in battle. Their formations are nigh impenetrable.
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and... It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Walking dragon?
Stupid? No. They are the wise. Let them deal with their earthly brethren. I will deliver the most fire...
Understood. I'll see to it.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a...
They refused to surrender, and said this letter...
Tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten...
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have... I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, which means I will be heading to the battlefield myself, just as I...
Understood. The legions will make...
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
This will be a long voyage with no return.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail?
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But my departure will create a long staircase for you.
Saridra, is our...
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amorfeus. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator, more Chrysos heirs bearing divine authority will be born, will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny or become the next Imperator? I do not care. The children of the future will decide for themselves. Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator. But the only one who can truly destroy her is Saridra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles, and however, for some reason, a memory... It was a journey on a fantastical train. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life for the flame chase? Or as a tyrant? She answered so quickly, as if she had made up her mind long ago.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined. Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged. And only humanity can pen laws into history's pages. Now, I have shattered the greatest law of Amorfeus. The game is nearing its end. Dux Gladiorum. Even though you killed the Imperator in the previous 30 million cycles, this time you finally found your own law. Then High Sealants, Electra. I will ask someone to deliver the prophecy's ocean at the boundaries of this world. Will you choose to swim into that ocean? I do not care. Do not care.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Freedom! Liberty! The tyrant!
My people! My fellow elders!
People once cheered for my ascension. And now they cheer for my fall. No matter. I am fond of applause. I see the cosmos, the battlefield that I cannot reach. I will return in the next cycle. The stars will hear my legion's war drums. Hear the great name of the Imperator. Hear Amorfeus's surrender.
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life. Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate. We only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. On the other side, it is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters everywhere they fought. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast. What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? In that shadow, it was neither. The Imperator only saw how the surface of the water gleamed like that crude chessboard.
Look at this chessboard.
They look like the stars in the night sky ablaze.
From that page emerged an ocean so vast, so pure, not a single trace of corruption. Is this Ceredra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked out of the tainted ocean and pledged yourself to me, that was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as the currents, and loyalty would be its light. Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made its final decree on the road I intend to walk. But the Imperator never makes empty promises. This is the final gift.
When I was still a fish in the ocean, but once I stepped onto land, I found myself caught in a play. Every land dweller war. Do you still not get it? Perhaps even I don't know what I want.
I still don't know where I should swim to even at the end. But I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in. But whether under the ocean or on land, can still look outside the cave and see the stars.
I have to admit, the 12-factor simulation of life in the...
Make your choice then, senior society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amorfeus, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
Your logical deductions are vastly different. Listen, my peers, why don't you look beyond this world? Just as the Chrysos heirs did. Amorfeus is not a place where 3 paths entangle. But what you used Memoria to resist me, but did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
Oh, so this isn't just silence. It's the answer. What was the last thing he said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer. He didn't say anything back then, right?
That's correct. And now I'm sure. You are not March 7th. There's no way she would remember that detail. I'll only warn you once. Leave her body now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all.
Щось мені здається, що покидати тіло, як виразився Денхень, сенсу немає, бо Березень 7. Господи, хай це буде просто Март 7 і фіг з ним. Вона просто згадала. Врешті-решт, вона не просто так плавала у космосі, будучи глибою льоду.
Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take over March 7th's body. Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories.
От і усьо. Ми закінчили цю історію. Ох. Нарешті. Блін. Ой. Знову запайно. Не сьогодні. ще щось було. Вернись. Ну ладно. Може, я колись його і допишу, але точно не сьогодні. О, до речі, точно, треба ж амброзію залити.
Taste of celestial amber.
На, жари.
The sweet works are surging.
Трошки не хватило до максимального левела. Ех ти. Печалька. Ну да ладно.
It's still early. Where to now?
В принципі, ідеально в 6 годин вклався. По суті, як я і розраховував. За 6 годин з горем пополам. Я все це щастя попроходив. Падлюка. Наче і класно, але ж так довго. Цікаво, що мені там повідкривалось. Окей, тепер я знаю, як вона називається. Так, щось мене трошки занесло. Ладно, пора закінчувати. Дякую всім, хто був зі мною. Всім всього найкращого і побачимось наступного разу.